Welcome to the Wild Wild East. My name is Vander Puchert, and this is Finding Frequency. Gun battles in my street. Now, I think that would be something that you would have considered happening here just after communism. Because Marta told me that back in the day when Poland moved from their communist regime into more of a democratic state, there's this kind of moment of flux. We didn't have that in South Africa. I mean, I think we retained some form of stability for most part. Things did change though, and I think here in Poland things changed more dramatically. South Africa, kind of a democracy, to a more inclusive democracy. Poland, communism the one day, democracy the other day. You need to get used to this kind of thing. So that's also what makes Central Europe such an interesting place, because there's remnants of old communism is still around. And I think also probably the reason that we also have a little bit of an authoritarian kind of government here, because something that I speak about a lot, but definitely has a direct impact on the economy here, is that there are people still out there who rely on labor, and they are now retiring. They need welfare. They need the government to look after them, and that's not wrong. So they are tending to kind of vote for governments who are going to do that, look after them. And if you make the right promises, well, Bob's your uncle. So that's not what I want to talk about. Now, for realsies, the strange thing happened, and this is kind of like also life, is I'm sitting here working away. Marta walks into my little office here and says, "They're back again." And I'm going, "Who's back?" It's not Slim Shady. Anyway, that was a bad joke. But the police, and I think I mentioned in the podcast before, we had like a strange thing happen outside our window the one night where the police actually came to tow away a car. And I peered out the window and I saw the whole road in front of our block of our apartment block completely blocked off. Each end of it blocked off by a police car, a private police car, blue light flashing. In fact, at some stage they were actually loading someone in the back, and I thought someone was getting arrested, but they weren't handcuffed or anything, and then driven off at speed. Then down the road, there was this funny looking anti-terrorism truck. I found that out afterwards, waiting outside an apartment, a block of apartments that was about, not our specific apartment block, but the one next door. What the hell is going on? Blue lights everywhere. Anyway, I'll leave and step away from trying to create suspense, but apparently there was a fugitive held up, and they identified him. And then this morning they actually wanted to go and arrest him. And when they did that, he opened fire. And there was videos on Facebook where you could actually see them inside. Someone was taking a video with their phone through a peephole. I'd be lying down on the floor, man. But apparently, sadly, the person didn't want to give himself up, and he apparently, it's not confirmed yet because it's so fresh, committed suicide. Now that is sad. I don't want to hear that, but that also made me think about how strange life is. Yeah? I don't know why I added that in, but it is, right? Because I was sitting here the whole day. In fact, I spent the morning speaking to my friend Jonathan. We were kind of sharing ideas and thoughts and how we want to get out of our own way and do better business and really try and realize potential and look at our audience, all these kind of things. Things that we felt that we were actually, short selling ourselves a little bit, and we wanted to build things. And then just 2 blocks away, there was someone living a whole different reality. A reality where they were hiding from the police and then being found, and then all of a sudden making such a drastic decision about their lives. And then 45 minutes later, well, a bit longer, I peer out the window and the snow is coming down and the old lady's walking her dog down the same street. How strange is life? Someone who just lost their life and maybe messed up their lives or wasted their life, and then we still continue. That's strange, isn't it? Well, I can say it didn't make our life or my life a little bit more extraordinary, seeing all these things go down and this action. But this action unfortunately had a very sad consequence. But then again, the beauty of nature came to fruition again with the white snow coming down and just blanketing the ground again. And tomorrow, hopefully the sun will be out again like today. And we can enjoy that together again here as a family. So I wanted to share with you this interesting story. Exciting things happening in Eastern Europe. Trust me, it's not a regular occurrence, even though I'm adding a few question marks to my little neighborhood. I wonder if I'm not really on the wrong side of the tracks, like I always joke, because it seems like there's a few dodgy people around. But then again, there's some dodgy South African also living in this apartment here. My dad always says, if you look around you and you can't identify where the smell is coming from, it might be you. Hey, I promise you I'm doing everything in the above board here. Cool. I'm still not 100%, but I'm getting there. And I'm going to lift my cup of tea to you. Yes, I'm drinking tea. And I'm hoping that you're also having an interesting day. Maybe a little bit of a safer day, but a good day nonetheless. Thanks for listening, and I'll be back tomorrow again. Ciao.